This is Dr. Sarah. I'm from Maryland in the United States. We had a meeting last year under a tree, which today I had the pleasure of going there, talking to the people of the village about their challenges. And the main challenge that people have here is access to safe water. The water that they're having is not drinkable for them, also is not adequate and good for their irrigation and animals for sanitation. So we talked to the community, with the governor, Ambassador Mensah-Williams were there. We discussed and brainstormed what would be the best solution. But obviously it's not easy, it's not overnight solution to bring the water here, and we need lots of technical back and forth discussions. So I asked people what would be the thing that I could bring for you in a short period of time in the meantime. And people talked together and they said that they need to have a building that they could use for different purposes, because they didn't have any building to get together, and for decades they were just getting together under that tree.
Community of Soutputz, we are having joy in our hearts. Joy to the Lord who has created such a person amongst his creatures. Our contribution will be the love and caring for this donation. What I will do, with your permission and with the governor's permission, because if somebody has constructed something and donate something, at times it is that the donator is maybe not feeling that someone else must do alterations to the building or whatever they have donated. But what I was thinking about is that I have noticed and realized and seen that there is a shortage. And for the shortage, I will instruct my traditional authorities to make it a point within the next 12 months to add a veranda for the security.
It's really a great honor for me to be here, and I would like to thank all of you for being here, for the wonderful comments, for everything. But I feel that I got most of the credit, but this center was made by all of you. So it was not just me, it was all of you, and Governor was sending me the photos. I had very important role here, and I like to start with Ambassador Margaret Mensah-Williams, who she could not join us today, but I'm sure in her spirit she's with us. Before I come here, I stopped at her mother's, late mother's house to pay tribute and courtesy visit. And to be able to trust you, Governor, and make sure that I just send the money, I didn't do anything. And Governor really lead everything, and you people made that. So I'm really grateful. Thank you. Dr. Hayden Villeneuve, he always supports me, and he really wanted to be here, but unfortunately we couldn't. My children and my mother, that now is taking care of children with my husband, without him I could not do anything. So he's always the pillar of my strength. Well, my late father-in-law, he was a man of God, and he had so much belief in God. And yesterday you told me that we have trust in God, and that's how we were connected. So by having a faith and trust in God, any impossible is possible. And we were just visiting Soutputz. It might look dry, but there are a lot of potentials. And as Captain mentioned, and Her Excellency, if we all work together, we can really grow and make this place a much more prosperous.
The real force that made us to get this thing done was speed. When this Skype meeting happened, all three of us, Sarah herself, the ambassador Margaret herself, and the governor heard, that is what we heard, that the community is in need of a home for the little ones, for the kids. And then when we started with the building, the community members said we would have it for all purposes. And that's why the multi-purpose word came in. But the original start was for these ones to get education, to have a place to play also. That's why last time, even though we're going to discuss it, I said we need to find a playground here outside so that it resembles the real dream and idea of Sarah and her family. To me, when you school casting huruchi katasin zaoga. Asking Hawasi Kongi, see that ding on I one I has said the risky Wahuna than in the and this who comes Sarah, her focus of the kinders eindelijk geplaatst met haar geschenken hoewel hulle toe hulle sambas ook nog ander goedjies gedoen het. So Sarah is not going to start with the most important, very important persons, the little ones in whichever way, and then she will proceed to the seniors. Somebody smart once said, the quality of a community will be seen from the quality of the leadership. Quality nga sabu tuba ha khasiba mati ko se dutaina ra singa khaiste khasike maso ngwa khasiba ngwa kanti ngwa khasani karma wata a tai ina ngwa tuiske ni ko ni sada wata tai ko sisen aire sadu tai ya ta to khoba suri gure suri cheske kani chi abele chi khati kom se ke hasa ta to khoba suri gure if there are issues, discuss them. This is for you all equally. This is yours. Yes. You are the owners equally here. So nobody must decide, okay, it's just April, and I'm tired of this April thing, I'm rather going to stay at my home. No ways. You come and tell April, this is our place. This is our place. I want to be part of that thing. That's in the hand. I want to play my part.
Dr. Sarah, we do not only want to thank you as the main sponsor with your family and partners for this project.
Dr. Sarah, sasa kan sas agasi kan saramasi sas mangwa sas tisan au kuntina sida le ngari kuna kuma hai ni ba kuma ba.
Dr. Hayden Bellenoit and Dr. Sarah Baksauri built this community center in honor of their late father, Mr. John R. Bellenoit of
Massachusetts.
USA. A wonderful father, intrepid traveler, and devotee of bettering people's life. The people of Soutputz village made this possible. The support of Governor Solomon M. April of Hardap region and Ambassador Margaret Mensah Williams was indispensable in completing this. Incorporated by Honorable Reverend Solomon M. April on this 27th of April 2023 at Soutputz Hardap region.
My husband and I agreed to make this multi-purpose building, which is going to be used for early childhood development, the church and gathering, also 2 bathrooms for the village. And today was a very beautiful day that we celebrated the completion of the project. So in the past 2 days that I was in Namibia, with the help of the elders of the community, we purchased the school supplies here. Also, we ordered livestock, and we're going to build a chicken farm here to help the community with sustainable source of food, but also helping them with generating the revenue. Today, with the governor and again elders of the community, the pastor, we had a visit of the village, the wells, and we're trying to brainstorm this afternoon and along the way to see what would be the best solution to bring water for the community.
My heart is full of joy today. The government of Namibia is appealing and calling all the time, both to individuals and private sector, to hold hands with the government, to bring about things that can bring tangible results and change people can feel in their day-to-day lives. We all know that sanitation in rural areas, water provision in rural areas, housing or a center like this one where people can sit under a decent place and have to discuss their future are things that we can call a rarity in our country, especially in the rural areas. Therefore, for me, from the angle of what the government is trying to do, to bring results that will bring dignity back, restore people's dignity, this is one thing that really definitely fits in that space. And my heart is full of joy that goes to the private sector person, Dr. Sarah Baksauri, who came all these miles from outside the country to help the government, help these people have a project, a building, a center where all kinds of meetings can be held, and in particular where the little ones can have education. Education is the key, all of us know. Therefore, I think on behalf of the government of the Republic of Namibia, these are welcome gestures, and therefore I would fail in my job if I would not extend again a helping hand to others to come through and to assist us have more of these ones also in the other rural areas, because we cannot have people to flock to towns. We've got problems with booming of cities and towns, but if we bring these kind of developments to the rural areas where the people are rooted, I'm pretty sure that the towns will be able to manage, but also the rural areas will be able to provide services, decent services to the people of this country.
I felt very humble. The way people receive me, they welcome me, this beautiful dress, all the gifts they give me, their prayers, they were, I never, until this point of my time, I never felt so much joy in my heart. And I'm so grateful to the people of Soutputz, to everybody else that they came today, to Ambassador Margaret Mensah Williams and the governor.